what are 5 things, like a mandatory 5 things that they have to do as far as their personal finance in regards to the stuff that we talk about?
Number one, I love the debt snowball. So take off your smallest debt, aim to pay that off first. Number two, pick 2 to 4 stocks that you're going to invest in for the next 10, 15 years of your life. Don't deviate from it. Number three, pick an amount that you are going to invest and don't deviate. Because sometimes people will hear these numbers and like, well, I don't have 60 grand to put into the market. Start with 200. And then once you see the 200 go to 4, you're going to find 1,000 or 1,500 to then put into that vehicle. Number three, not to be self-aggrandizing, but to watch us every week, because if you do that, you're going to get a higher return on investment than if you watch other shows. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. Love y'all. Get the book. You deserve to be rich. Number four, find 1 or 2 people that you're going to have these conversations with. It's like having a sparring partner or someone to work out with. I don't want you to lean on them for accountability. But if, like, we've stuck together for 5 years and we kept telling y'all we're going to stick together, right? We've grown collectively and individually as a result. A lot of times I'll see people try and do this on their own, and because they don't have someone to lean on, they don't stay in the game as long. And then number 5, kill the lifestyle creep. Like, I see too many of us get to that first 100,000, first 200,000, and you get to blowing it on Mike and Mary, and you want to talk to me about tariffs. Go shout to Johnny Dang. I see a lot of y'all come out here and go hit Johnny Dang and hey, I give you a discount because people have been coming. I'm like, I know it's fun to look like you have all the money in the world. It's more fun to actually have the money in your possession.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, those is great. Those is great. For me, it would be you have to secure your retirement.
It's a great
So
one.
you start to invest in your 401k, have an IRA. If you're self-employed, have a set plan. These are things that we talked about, but you gotta have money for later on down the
For
line.
sure.
A forced savings that you don't even think about, that is tax advantage where you're saving money on taxes, and you'll also be able to have a nest egg at some point in time in retirement, because it's going to be here before you know it. So securing your retirement is a major thing. And then if you have kids, you got to plan for them. So we talk
Yes.
about 529 plan, which is how you can save money for college, or you can have an UTMA account, which is how you can just save money for your child in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be used for college, but you want to secure or start to, have some level of security for them. So that's important. You could put money away. The earlier you start, the better. Compounding interest, one of the things that Warren Buffett championed across the way. Life insurance, you have to make sure that you secure your life insurance. We've had a lot of conversations about that, but if somebody's just starting out, that's a great thing to do
For sure.
for foundational purposes as far as your financial plan. I would say dollar cost average into the stock market every single month. From a brokerage account, you can open a brokerage account, put 100, 200, 300, 500, whatever you can
Yeah.
afford, whatever you can afford. But when Ian says 2 tech, 2 index, you put together your strategy, and you might have, okay, in the S&P 500, I'm gonna put $200 into that every single month. I'm gonna put $200 into Microsoft every single month. Put money into the market in a
Yeah.
brokerage account. Force savings every single month. That's important. Outside of your retirement, 2 different things.
Yep.
Your retirement, what we call qualified. What's not a retirement is non-qualified. So non-qualified is just regular brokerage. You can use that money whenever. You don't have to wait until you're 59 and a half. But you want to do 2 things simultaneously. And then the last thing I would say is estate planning. Put together a will. If you're at the point where trust makes sense, make sure your beneficiaries are listed. That's
Yes.
important. So those are 5 things
That's amazing.
that if
Especially that last one.
for sure. If you on your pathway, if you're just starting out, or even if you haven't just started out, you want to just look to make sure you're doing things correctly. Retirement, college savings, or just savings for your children in general, life insurance, dollar cost average into the stock market every single month, and then estate planning. Make sure you have a will, a trust, put beneficiaries on things. Look to see if everything is set up. If you died today, will it be a mess? That's how you got to gauge this. If I die today, is it going to be a mess? Meaning, when I say is it going to be a mess, is it going to be, how they going to know what your passwords are? How they going to know how to get into your bank account? How they going to know where you have bank accounts at? How they going to know? So what you should do is have a handbook where it's actually detailed and you put it with somebody that you trust, your beneficiary, your lawyer. So that way it's hard enough you die, somebody's going to have to make funeral arrangements, but just think about that. Like you doing all this stuff, you acquiring all this stuff, you got properties over here. If nobody knows about it,
probate.
Nobody know your password,
or worst case scenario, it can get forfeited, or it's just not even. It's just held. There's billions of dollars that's just being held in suspense right now because nobody's ever claimed it because nobody knows about it.
State property.
Think about it. Crypto, same thing. If you got money in crypto, Coinbase is not going to call your family like, hey, you got $50,000 in Ethereum waiting for you.
What's your catchphrase? 21 words.
Got to think about it.